Welcome everyone. Sorry about that. Looks like another interesting day in the market, to say the least. Another opportunistic day. Let me know if my audio is coming in okay. Throw in the chat where you're watching in from. Everyone watching, I want to know where you guys are tuning in from. One of the best parts of the live stream for me. Let's see here. Let me refresh. Awesome. LA. Hey Griffin, how's it going, man? LA, man, I'm jealous of LA right now. Jesus, I'm in Vancouver. Okay, Mike, you're good. Awesome, thank you, Mike. Moo Bear, Calgary, nice. Tyler, thank you from Springfield as usual. Yeah, so I made the Griffin saying nice change of price target. I made this event up and I put up 700 pin because, to be honest, pardon me, when I was at the coffee shop this morning, I totally forgot to schedule this live stream in, and then I was like, oh crap, like let me just reuse the one from the other day. So I reused 700. I'm like, we're close enough. We were at like what 680 something back then, so I was like, yeah, this is fine. And last minute I tune on, and where Tesla's sitting at 667, 616. For a second right there, I just saw 666, 69. So that's probably a good or bad omen, depending on what side you fall on there. Yeah, tough day in the market. Again, one thing to realize here, I'm gonna make sure my comments are Boston. Hey, rating in LA. Oh, is it rating in LA? That's hilarious. Hey, Takashi, Evergreen, Washington. My neighbor. Hey, FJE, what's up? Yes, you have. Yeah, I've missed your Tesla bull theories. One thing to watch for in the market, y'all, is the Qs and the tech stocks today. So if we close on the Qs on Nasdaq's ETF, if we close under 310, that's not looking good for the rest of the week. In anticipation of that, I have my Tractor Brokers pulled up, although I'm not sharing it because I'm actually I'm having to trade a little bit while I watch because I need to manage the portfolio. So what I've been doing is I've been obviously buying puts on the Qs this whole entire week. I've been selling them, rolling them. That's keeping my account afloat, but really, like, what's afloat now anyways? You guys probably know, you guys probably are in the same boat as me. Accounts being slapped this week because I'm a long-term investor, or a long bias investor, but even my long-term positions have been slapped left, right, and center. So, getting slapped around, everyone's into different things, but personally speaking, I don't like getting slapped around. If you are, that's your prerogative. Yeah, so everyone's saying, Kathy said that she finished her Tesla model. Makes sense. It makes sense, right? And I heard she is waiting to release it depending on market conditions. Your guess is as good as mine is in terms of when she releases it. Like, my guess is if she was imminently gonna release that, like if it was gonna come out this week, she wouldn't have said, oh, we have it done, we're waiting. She would have been like, oh, it's coming very soon. She probably would have said that. So it might be another week or two. This is a better time than a couple weeks ago, just depends on time horizon. Yeah, what I've been doing, I've been shifting out of shorter term, medium term positions, throwing them into long positions like September past or even stocks now, because we might experience chop for a while. Do you think I should add to Tesla at this price, says Mike? I mean, again, none of this channel at all is investment advice. I think if you like a company and the company is being slapped around and you still think that your long-term projection of the company is intact, it always makes sense to add on dollar cost average if you have a long enough time horizon. I know I have been. I haven't been adding any Tesla stocks in the last couple of days just because Tesla is being slapped back and forth. I don't even know what to say. Yeah, exactly, Nosler. I got beat up like a rag doll. Exactly. We'll start going from March 5th. Mars. Nice. I think she's waiting for a release, waiting to release for a recovery because she doesn't want to drop it and have it buried in this mess. Yeah, that could be possible. I also think that maybe she's waiting for a stimulus. Nigel's asking, can you share a TD link to your chart pivot point script? It's quite easy, Nigel. I don't have to share any link. You just have to click on studies and just add in pivot points. That's all you got to do, and you should have the same things as I do. In fact, any technical analysis software should have pivot points on it. So again, tomorrow our next our next floor for the Qs is 306. So we got some room to run. Again, we're at 311, which is good. If we finish above 310, 311 on the Nasdaqs, I'm happy. But general market weakness is going to trickle into the rest of this week. It looks like the GOP are fighting back against this stimulus package. So, I'm not sure if that means anything or if that's just lip service, which it probably is. One interesting thing to note, though, if as Tesla bulls here, the linear regression channel is back. We're back and we're actually finding good support on the linear regression channel coming in at the 30-minute level. So we are hugging it, and specifically speaking, that's 668-ish. The problem is it's downward trending. So normally in history, we've been having an upward linear regression channel. Now on 30-minute, at least, it's being faced downwards, even at the hour level. Actually, on the hour level, we're a little bit past it. So maybe you could argue that we're going to have mean reversion back to 670-ish. But even 670-ish doesn't mean much to me at this point. Really, for me to be happy again, we're going to have to break through. And not that the market is here to serve me to be happy or you to be happy, right? It doesn't matter. But the point I'm trying to make is until we get past this kind of 730, 740, 750, man, it's a tough time right now. And on the downside, man, if Tesla breaks that 650-ish, if Tesla breaks the 650-ish, watch out. We got a lot of selling to go. But that's if we break 650-ish. I'm just trying to lay out the scenario the way it is. It looks really ugly right now. Even my Qs are chopping around. I don't even know what to say about my Qs. So do you think we could potentially crash from here? Too many fills. Define crash. Here's the thing. I'm down bad on the week. Like on the trailing, I think it's bad. It's bad. It's like my portfolio, I think I looked at it this morning. I don't want to change my phone, but it's down like 30 or 40, probably 40%. I think 30% was a couple of days ago. So it's down bad. But in the trailing 12 months, I'm up. I just checked at 900 something percent. So yeah, it sucks, but this is the ebbs and flows of the market. One thing to realize though, a word of caution is if you have short-term positions on, consider rolling them out, buying yourself more time. If you have only options positions on for the next month or two, just realize that if we chop around, you're going to lose all of that theta, right? All of that premium is going to be out. So what I've been doing on my interactive brokers is anything that I have expiring for this week, next week, or the week after, or even this month, or even up till April, I'm considering rolling it out to at least May. I moved stuff till September. And in the short term, the stuff I'm playing are tech puts. And I've been making money on those, so I'm happy on that. Do I think Tesla's going to go down 300, 350? That's tough, right? Like, I can't say it's going to go down that far. Again, like I said, I think the big break here is 650. If 650 cracks, then we could see a lot more potential downside, all the way down to at least probably, I have this, obviously the next resistance is going to be 600, or the next floor, because it's psychologically in the next point of support. But our 50-day, our 200-day moving average is $500. It's actually 470. So by the time it gets there, it'll probably be $500. So just realize, like, we've had a good run. We're going to consolidate here for a little while. Best case scenario is we consolidate here until we get stimulus. Stimulus comes in the market, investor sentiment changes, bond yields go back down, and we continue a bull run for the next foreseeable time. Worst case scenario is this sell-off continues, bond yields continue to go up, tech continues to get disproportionately slammed, and we sell off to a point where even if now we rally, it takes us 6 months to get back our gains. So that's kind of where we are in the market. I don't say a crash because, crash is implying like systemically something has changed or the market shifted. I don't think it's that. I just think it's rotation out of tech. What's funny is that all this started because of the bond yield increase, says Griffin, but it's still the lowest it's been in a long time. It's close to around what It's closer around when it started, height of COVID. It was already down low before COVID started. Yeah, I could take a look at that. Again, bond yields, TNX, that's what you want to look at. This is their daily graph. I mean, what's also funny is, do you guys remember that crash that we saw end of September? If I want to call it a crash, to be a little bit, you know, have a little bit of hyperbole. The crash that we saw back then, like yield bonds were at or TNX was at six or seven, and height of COVID, the height of COVID were past at this point. The height of COVID was 12ish. We hit 16 the other day, the day that everything collapsed. And the reason for this isn't that there's someone sitting there thinking, oh, bond yields suck. It's that there's algorithms for this in place. So as it ticks up, you know, it sells off stock. So that's kind of where we're at. So let's see, a 675 close would be nice on Tesla. So I changed the title to. So I mean, we shall see. We shall see. Let me pull up chat again. Look at the 3-year graph on the TNX. Sure, 3 years. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. This is nuts. But remember, when stuff goes parabolic, there's always it's always skewed to be more scary or more strong. Like when Tesla was going parabolic, we thought nothing can touch us. When it was every day was jumping up 5, 10, 15%. When stuff goes up steady, it has a different amount of sentiment to it. So that's kind of what the problem is right now. So let's change this to the 1 minute graph. Pull this up. See here. Yeah, SpaceX is doing a launch. Starship test is happening in 3 minutes. That'll be exciting. What the hell's going on? Yeah, your guess is as good as mine, Miles. If you have calls, I recommend rolling to at least May and beyond. My trend lines indicate slow upward trend until mid next year. Yeah, Sublime, exactly. Yeah, I think buying yourself a lot of time is probably what we need to do here. Another thing to note is, again, the Qs. Watch the Qs. By the way, Rocket is down to 28 bucks. Watch the Qs again. If 310, 311, if we close below 310, let's call it, watch out. There's gonna be a substantial amount of sell-off coming in the remaining week. As it stands right now, 311 is holding. So, you know, we'll see if that sticks through. But I mean, everything is down, right? Like PLTR is down. Obviously SP is down, Apple's down, Tesla's down, Amazon's down big, 78 bucks on the day. Netflix is down, Square is even down, and I think Bitcoin is actually rallying. So, you know, take that with how you want. NEO is down, obviously. So, you know, when everything takes a hit like it is right now, you know, there's only so much you can do. And again, I think GME, right? Again, GME screwed the market. Until the GME shit like goes back down to where it belongs, 30 or 40 bucks. We saw this happen literally 3 weeks ago when all the meme stocks started going back up. The market got shy again. So we're gonna need, if we want the general market to go back up, unless you're making a lot of money in GME, which, you know, God send, Godspeed to you, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Yeah, it's a great time to definitely dollar cost average for sure, 100%. Even if you stay flat, exactly. That's the thing. Oh, too many fills, down 10%. Don't even worry about it, Phil. Too many fills. Could be way worse than that. Yeah, so that's the thing. Everyone keeps buying the dip, but the dip keeps dipping, right? That's the question. But you know, it is what it is. Let me just pull up all this extra stuff here. That's the thing, right? Can't really do too much on top of that, but you know, 666 on Tesla right now. So in terms of plays, right? I'm just gonna walk you through. I'm gonna walk you through the portfolio of the shorter term stuff for now. Let me pull up my second account here. Let's see here. Okay, so second account. I don't know why it's not showing up, but I am Okay, here it is. So I sold some Square put spreads to collect some premium out of those. I think Square has fallen too much than it should. I think it should rebound or at least stay kind of where it's at right now for the foreseeable time. And then again, the Qs, NASDAQs, QQQ, 307, 310 puts. That's what I'm sitting in. We've seen it. We've seen it systemically. Futures gap up, and the market sells off. Again, futures are easy to manipulate, so keep that in mind. People can manipulate futures quite easily with really not a lot of money. Check out Jim Cramer's market manipulation video on YouTube if you want to know a bit more about that. Out of money to buy the dips, exactly. So, that's one thing to realize there. And another thing, ask yourself the question, right? When you're analyzing your portfolio, ask yourself this question. If the stock market did nothing for the next month, are you screwed? And if the answer is yes, consider selling some premium. That's what I've been doing, at least. If the market stays flat for a month, if you own stocks, you don't care. You stay flat, right? No big deal. Doesn't matter. If the market stays flat and you're predominantly in weeklies or monthlies, you're going to have theta decay eat you alive. So, and someone's asking if it makes sense. It looks like what's happening? SN10 launch abort. Oh, damn. That's not good. Oh, no, it says, oh, is that delayed? I'm not sure. Keep us updated. Let us know. Right? But that's the thing is if you're really long theta, consider taking some theta off the table. How do you do that? Well, you can either sell put spreads, sell call spreads, sell them naked. Be careful if you're selling stuff naked. But realize that if we experience chop, which I've been saying for the last 2 weeks that we're going to be experiencing chop, even probably until middle of March now, at least, I think at least, consider selling some theta. And yeah, exactly. It makes sense to, it got delayed. Oh, damn it. Aborted at ignition. Damn. Okay, well maybe it gets delayed an hour or something. But here's the thing is, I don't like selling premium on, like, let's say if Tesla's fallen 5%, I don't like selling covered calls now, because now the call's gotten slapped. And when I sell that, it's just like, what am I collecting? I like collecting premium on the side that the moves happened. Because if Tesla goes up 10%, now I can sell covered calls, right? Because the calls have disproportionately fattened up because everyone thinks Tesla's going to continue a 10% move every single day. So those get priced in more expensive. When I sell those and Tesla just stays steady Eddie, I'll collect that premium. When Tesla falls, like for example, today Square fell 5%. Square is down, I think 5% for the day. I sold put spreads on Square. And the reason for that is, so it looks like Tesla's back at low of day, 660. Come on, guys, bring the juju. But now when Square's down 5%, I like selling put spreads, because by selling put spreads, I'm collecting more fatty premium on the put side. So if Square's down 5% and I sell call spreads, it's just like, I'm not going to collect a lot. I need to collect on the side that the move's happening. Or if just IV is super inflated, that's what I like. That's just me. Sell in the direction of a trend. And yeah, it could come off. And that Square position can go totally against me. And it's all about odds, right? And I'll show you flow algo and talk about odds in a second. But when I sell on the side that the move's happening, I just collect more. And if I collect more, there's more of an opportunity for me to actually be right, if that makes sense. How far are your spreads? I can check the delta on those, but I think they were like $30 on my Square. They were like $30 away from at the money, so they weren't that far away, to be honest. Griffin saying, is PSTH Starlink or Stripe? Man, I don't know where you got. So Stripe, I've done my DD a little bit on Reddit. Sounds amateurish, probably is, but it looks like Stripe is not going to fit the bill for that. They're probably going to go public on their own. Starlink, I'm curious where you got that rumor from, because I was thinking that the other day. I was posting that in Discord, but I had no backing. I was just literally making up a rumor to kind of feed my PSTH position, because I do have a position in PSTH. I was long options, now I'm just long stock. I mean, whatever. But curious to see where you got that from. Makes sense. Awesome. Thanks, Chris. If FSD comes out June or July, This is head to $1,500 per share. Software is huge margin, not investment. Yeah, Vikram. I mean, Elon tweeted the other day, and he said the FSD stuff is not well known, and I found it interesting as a tweet. Either he feels insecure that the FSD beta videos are not getting enough attention, or two, he feels like there's something else that people aren't getting, and that could be potentially that the FSD could be used, can be used for outside applications like robotics, warehousing, stuff like that. So there's something there. There's something there. Let me just manage my account here. The Qs are, where are the Qs? Where are the Qs? Let me just pull up the Qs here. The Qs are at 310 again. They're flirting with that 311, right? They're flirting, and we have 40 minutes to go to find out how. Man, Tesla's bleeding out. 658. 658. Hurts the portfolio. I only have one Tesla put as a hedge, so it's not like I'm making any big money here. Griffin says the PSTH subreddit Discord, along with green eggs and SPAC tweet, got people thinking. Me too, but now what does the green eggs part of that tweet mean? I wonder what your theory is on that. The UBS upgrade today was all about software and subscription. Nice one. I said I actually didn't read that report yet, but I did see it on Twitter. But upgrades are not going to be are going to be meaningless at the moment. And it looks like what Tesla's bleeding out here. Let me just make sure everyone can see stuff on my screen. Tesla's bleeding out here, but remember our 660 should hold here. Let's find out if that's true or not. But I'm curious what that green eggs part of his tweet meant. If there's a reference there that I'm not getting or something. Nice. Awesome. The infrastructure used to train FSD could be used to train all sorts of robotics. Dojo could print money. Yeah, so Dojo as a service is potentially a good income source. And it looks like we're back at 660-ish. But the robotics stuff, like, I'm not fully sold on the applications outside of driving yet. But that's not to say it can't happen. 5 more minutes. Okay, 5 minutes until start ship flight attempt. Nice. All right, keep us posted, y'all. Keep us posted. Let me just pull this up here. Yeah, I mean, tough day again. Portfolio down 10% on the day. So that's what happens when you're highly leveraged. But, you win some, you lose some. In general, what I'm doing to a portfolio right now is I'm shifting all focus to longer term. And I'm buying as many dips as I possibly can with either stock, less so, or leaps. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. And I'm selling premium. So there's a lot going on. But I recommend that you look at your account. With a degree of just not skepticism, but like just rationality in terms of what's actually going to happen. So keep that in mind when you're looking at your account. It's easy to get lost in this week, in the last 2 weeks of what's happened, especially when literally money is burning. But I haven't fully turned into bear mode yet. So maybe we get there. Maybe I get there, but I'm not a bear on this market yet. I think we're short term going to experience a lot of sensitivity on the downside for sure, and my Qs are printing right now. But I don't think we're there yet in terms of being a bear, not yet. And especially with stuff like Tesla, I'm just gonna hold it, like no big deal. I believe in Tesla as a company. I'm just talking market wise right now. Dr. Seuss, hey, Dr. Seuss got canceled. I heard the other day. I sold a tiny bit of Tesla today at 694 to buy more Bitcoin. Nice, Manuel. Bitcoin's pumping back up. Hey, awesome. Once Dojo solves most of the edge cases, we'll have a lot of processing power to lease out. I hope so. I think there's a lot there that's not being priced in for sure. I mean, Tesla has tremendous amount of opportunity for income sources. If someone can find, I was trying to find the screenshot that someone made on Twitter where it said Tesla is my diversified investment, and it had all of the branches worth of what Tesla can do, like Supercharging networks are like gas stations and dojo and FSD and auto and solar and battery and Powerwall. I was trying to find that. That's the DD. If Tesla goes to $500, we're just back at our 200-day moving average. So you could just say it's back at reality if you're being a bear. People are thinking green eggs and SPAC because Rocket Lab SPAC'd, okay, and Elon hates SPACs. But in the book, they hate it for so long until they try it. Okay, interesting. That's true, actually. Man, it's been so long since I've read Dr. Seuss. Yeah, interesting. Okay. You know what? And we were talking. Tyler Ahmad was also saying like it makes sense for Elon to SPAC out Starlink if he was going to SPAC it out, if he's going to make it public, because quite honestly, it's literally the best way for retail investors to get in on the floor. When you IPO, you have all these big funds that get first dibs. Like you saw it with Snow. You saw it with Airbnb. What was Airbnb was supposed to come out at $70 a share. And by the time every investment bank had their little hand in it, it was public to us at $150. It was just nuts. So it totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. Elon is known to do stuff like that, so I would not put it past him to do that. Absolutely not. All right, my short stuff is I'm still delta neutral. It looks like on this account, on another account, I'm delta negative. So it looks like I'm short-term bias. In fact, if not flat. But that's what's screwing my account is I'm flat deltas, but I'm theta negative massively. So what am I doing? I'm just literally burning money at this point. I need to pick a direction. I need to pick a direction. So that's the problem I'm having. I don't know how your day is going. Man, this is just stupid. We got time here. I got half an hour to figure out what I'm going to do with my positions, but we'll find out. Did you break the market? I think I did, James. I think I did. By the way, thanks so much, y'all. We almost hit. We're at like 5,900. I want to say 5,800 freaking subscribers. Like, how nuts is that? That's absolutely crazy to me. Thank you. 5,940. I don't even know how we're at that point, but man, I appreciate all you guys watching. This is awesome. Really built an awesome community of people, and appreciate every single one of you guys. Whether I get messages like this after, like, hey, I wasn't actually on the live. I just had you in my pocket as I was like at the gym or walking around. That's fine too. It's a little bit creepy, you know, that like you're listening to a grown man in your ears talk about stocks as you're working out, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you guys. Yeah, hit the like. Apparently that helps. Hit the subscribe definitely, because that's the way to do it. But I appreciate that. That's awesome. Maybe if we don't hit like a work in a favor. 650 though. 660 support is a goner. 650 has to hold here for us to have any sort of a potential steady eddy here. How far out are you? I was at the money, then I was in the money, then I rolled out. Now I'm at the money again with them. So I'm talking about my Nasdaq puts here. I'm hodling too. I was sitting on cash. It looks like Tesla's back at 657. I was sitting on some cash, and I still am, and I don't know how to deploy it. I don't know if to go net short for the longer, like what I'm trying to do, and it's bad when you do this, and I'm realizing this as I'm talking. I'm trying to make up all of the loss I've had in the last couple weeks, but that's no way to trade. So now I'm scared about tomorrow's pre-market. Forget about pre-market, Sumit. Like how many times have we been? I think Nasdaq futures were $100 up when I went to bed last night. Like, look at the day that we've had. So futures, it's such a manipulative market in futures right now. It's just crazy. It's just nuts. It's just nuts. Yeah, it's a little creepy. Pumping iron at the gym. That's fine. I mean, if you want to listen to me at the gym, I got no issues with that. I just think, you know, everyone has their own hell, I mean, I listen to podcasts at the gym. I guess it's not different. It's just weird because it's me, but that's it. We got half an hour left. Algos should kick in for the last half an hour to pick a direction on the market. The Qs are sitting at $310. Oh, $309.95. Watch the Qs. If we finish today, where I think we'll finish today, we got potential, a big amount of downside coming up. Just in general. If we finish above 310, 311 on the NASDAQs, better. So, squat to my voice. James, I'm so spooked. Yeah, I mean, again, what in times like this, and I know my channel wasn't around for last March, in times like this, all you can do is dollar cost average your long-term holds. You can think rationally, step out for a second. If you're in stuff that short-term is not working out, that you don't even know why you're in, and looks like Tesla's coming back to 660 here, cash out. If you're in shorter-term stuff, cash out, take a step back from the market. You don't always have to be in the market, especially if you're trading. Longer term stuff you can leave out, and from there you can reassess the market direction. If the market's not giving you a direction, don't feel like you have to be trading short term. So Ron Barron on CNBC tomorrow. Yeah, that's true. Hey, that's a good point. Thanks for reminding me. 99 problems. That's true. David says forming a nice pattern on the 4-hour chart. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart, shall we? On Tesla, I presume. I mean, this isn't the sexiest 4-hour chart. I mean, what you could say, it's so goddamn oversold, right? But MACD is negative. It looks like there for this to go positive, for this to go green. I don't know if that happens. But again, I think 650 is the big one. If 650 comes and 650 goes, we got a lot of downside to go. Because remember, we've just run up so much so fast. Like, let's not forget at where we're sitting at. In November we were at 400. I think a lot of us forget where we were sitting at. And that's not to say I think at some point this year we're gonna probably hit $1 trillion market cap, but the ride isn't always straight up. So. And to be honest, what I think a lot of what's happening right now is big money is trying to and successfully trying to sell off stock, get retail out, come back in at a really low average price, and rally this thing for the next year. That's really what's happening, right? That's really what's happening. Is Tesla a long-term hold? Oh yeah, for sure, for me. But that's really what's happening, and they're having great success doing it, right? They're having a seller position, and because none of us want to see our portfolios go down 20% a week, right? But here's the thing. Here's where, if you're listening, and here's where, if you only trade stocks and you have a long-term position, here's where you win in markets like right now, where you don't give a shit if market's down. Just hold. That's fine. Here's where options and Leaps owners and people that trade can either lose or win. I mean, traders can also win on the downside, and I have winning positions on the downside for sure. But here's where Leaps owners need, and if you have enough time, you're fine. Don't worry about it. But if you have a position for this June that you were up on all year, and then all of a sudden all it took was a week for you to be negative on, well, that's where you lose, and that's where holding stock can be beneficial. I talked about this on my video called Leaps versus Stocks, right? So just realize that that this is a shakeout of mass proportions, and it's working. And big investors and big retail funds trust me, are going to be buying, and they are buying every single day on our backs while we sell to them at cheaper prices. So then for the next 2 years, when all this money gets printed, guess who owns the majority of it, right? Too Many Fails says time in the market always beats timing the market. Agreed. Other than, I have a trading account and I have an investing account. So my trading account I just trade on. So this downturn is very pronounced. It is. And you know what? If you remember, Kathy Wood said that in Q1 we were going to see a sell-off. She said it in, I think, her December video. So, Tyler says, Anne is calling a 650 pin on Discord. All right. Tyler, what's your pin guess? Is it 725 still? Give me your guess. Give me your guess. Let me just pull up a chat here. Let's make sure. So vaccines have nothing to do with what's happening in the market right now, right? Vaccines have nothing to do with that. They should. I mean, they should. 750, nice. 750. Vaccines have nothing to do with what's happening in the market right now. They should, and if you have a longer term position. What is mattering in the stock market right now is bond yields and uncertainty around what's next, the next stage. And the next stage is going to be hopefully sorting itself out within the next couple weeks to a month here. 750, Tyler is calling the pin. Okay, Tyler, if we hit 750, we're going to have like a Discord party for you. A Tyler themed party. If we hit 750 today. 675, okay, that's still bullish. I like it. I like it. 630. Oh, I don't want to see 630. I'm going to say a 660 pin. I'm going to say a 660 pin. You're missing the sun on your face. Yeah, exactly. Hey, it's starting to come. It's starting to come a little bit. Is PayPal a buy at current level? You know what, Oliver? I was thinking about buying PayPal today, but I didn't get into it because I wanted to hedge my account too much. But I was thinking about it. Anne, who I'm not sure is on this chat stream right now, she is really big on PayPal. 666, 66 cents. Nice. Okay. Okay. Miles says, okay, so I can't hold my 850 piece a longer than July. Should I be worried? Freaking out. Well, here's the thing. Here's what's wrong with that comment, right, Miles? And this isn't to pick on you. If you have a position in the market, any given position that you freak out about, that means, and that's a signal to you as an investor, that you're too heavy leveraged or heavy positioned into that position. Even when stuff is falling, you should not feel freaked out as an investor. You should always feel rational. So I don't say this to be, as someone that's higher or better, trust me, we all feel like this. But realize and catch yourself. It's kind of like it's metacognition, right? When you catch yourself freaking out about something massively, I'm not saying, when you wake up and you're down 10K, it hurts. I'm not saying that's not gonna. But if you find yourself freaking out, that means that's often a signal to you that you're leveraged too much. So I would suggest, if you feel like that, you should potentially look to lighten the load. That's all I'm gonna say. So just know that gut feeling that you're having is follow your gut. Follow your gut. So, put call ratio for this subscribing is 0.96. Is that bear sign? I don't look at put call ratios too often, to be quite frank. But I mean, I don't think I need to look at the put call ratio right now to be like techs are real weak. The Nasdaqs are 309.90 now. So yeah, I mean, guys, we need 650 to hold though. If we break lower than 650 and we stay there, it could be a little bit of pain for. But if you're a long-term investor like I am too, I'm not worried about my long-term positions. But just telling you, trading wise, we could be retesting the 200-day simple moving average soon enough, which I think in the long run is healthy. Like the fact that we haven't retested the 200-day moving average and how long now is first of all, it's a sentiment to how amazing of a bull run we've had and how much money we've made. Number one, but number two is really how much investors haven't been flushed out yet. And if I have a gut feeling, I don't think we'll retest the 200-day moving average because I think there's a lot of shares tied up with funds, as we know now. So I don't think we're going to get the same level of cyclicality that we usually get with stocks retesting 200s and jumping back up. But if my guess would be, it's we probably retest close to it at some point. At some point. Can I cry? Absolutely, James. You can. If you will, I'll put you on Zoom so you can cry in front of all of us. Let's see here. Will the market go up tomorrow? I damn hope so. Seems like a warming a wedge pattern. I hope you're right. 650 today. Looks like 6 where are we holding at? 656. The techs are 310. This is just an indecisive market. Was the beta squeezes a big influence? Which beta squeeze are you talking about, Marco? Is it the gamma squeeze video? that was a non-event, absolutely non-event. Hey Johnny, how's it going? Vermork, hello from Montreal, welcome. Great insights, thank you, appreciate that, Johnny. 38,000 put volume at 650. Don't think we break that this week. I hope you're right. Yeah, 550 is 550. It is what it is. But if that's healthy, I prefer continue being sick. Yeah, exactly. Gamma squeeze. Yeah, it's a non-event, Marco. Don't even worry about like that gap. For everyone wondering, we're on Discord. We're talking about. Everyone keeps talking about on Twitter. Oh, it's the reverse gamma squeeze. Tesla's about to get slapped down to $200. That, just so you know, I'm highly confident. I can send you a video as well, which I watched. It's on Discord. That is literally a short bias thesis story made up so you can get scared out of selling your Tesla positions. That's literally all it is. And for anyone wondering, all they're doing is they're coming into the options chain and they're hitting, let's say March options chain, and they're buying the cheapest puts they can possibly get, right? I don't even know what it was. Like maybe it was the 200 strikes, not even the 200 strikes. They're buying the cheapest shit they can buy for 10 cents, for 15 cents. They're buying a crap load of it to make it look like there is someone that knows about insider information that's going to crash the stock price, and then they can write articles about it. Then they can talk about the reverse gamma squeeze. Let me tell you, the gamma on this is next to nothing. Let me add in gamma as a column to just show you guys. But the gamma on this is next to nothing. So the 200 strike right here, let me just make sure y'all can see what's happening on my screen here. Sorry. Man, the sun is in my eye. Oh, here, sorry. So 200 strike right there. Oh, is it $20 strike? Okay, thank you, Marco. Let's go to the 20 strike. That's even worse. There's like, it's literally nothing there, right? So they're buying the cheapest thing they can possibly buy. Look at the gamma on this. It's nothing. It's nothing. Gamma is highest at the money, and then it tails off. There is no reverse gamma squeeze. In fact, this has no gamma whatsoever. So if I pull up open interest on this particular chain, let's take a look here. Yes, right here, the $20 strike. There's 314,000 open interest. Again, when I look at this, I think it's a nothing burger. If this cost me $1 to buy, right now it's selling. I don't even think I could buy this if I literally hit buy right now. It wouldn't even fail me because it's worthless. But let's say I buy it for 1 cent, so $1. This is a $314,000 bet that someone's putting together. It's literally meaningless. But here's the problem. Not really a problem. Here's the thing, is a lot of people look at that as if that is really what's shaping the market. That's not to say that Tesla's not going to go down. I've just talked about how it might be. But I'm saying that has nothing to do with anything you need to worry about. Q's going up. Is that right? All right, Q's going up. Should I sell my puts? How is my at the money? Oh, because I bought this recently. All right. Let me sell my. We got 20 minutes left. Qs are going up. Let me just take a look at the Qs here. The Qs are. Yeah, the Qs are going up here. Interesting. Let me just make sure y'all can see my screen. Okay. Here we go. 654 on Tesla. Yikes. Massive bleed out. I'm not gonna buy my. I still think in the last 20 minutes we probably sell off on the Qs is my guess. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see. I hope I'm right. But we got 20 minutes to manage this goddamn mess that we've created here. Okay. Well, chat. Yeah, Tesla at 200. If Tesla was $200, like exactly. Even if Tesla was $500 something, like the amount of people that would start buying. But here's the thing, also, is like, first of all, how much power do retail investors really have in a $700-600 billion market cap stock? Not a lot. But a lot of retail investors are capped out. They don't have a lot more cash. I mean, I'm speaking in generalities, like I know every single retail investor in the world, which I don't. But my guess is we're close to being tapped out on cash, right? Like, how much more can we buy if you haven't been buying this? So 655 is support, yeah. So I mean, that's why I said 650, just to be a little bit more conservative and see really how that leads us. But yeah, the bonds is not helping either. Pull that up on the side there. The bonds aren't helping either. The bonds are, yeah. I think bonds, if you guys saw my Cathie Woods analysis video, Cathie thinks bond yields are going to hit 3% and then get rejected. If that's right, we're in for a massive slapping in the short term for tech. She said it herself that, you know, bond yields are probably going to hit 3% and then get slapped. So just realize that. Yeah, exactly, Griffin. At $500, I'll sell my house to buy more. Nice, nice, Marco. You have to have a long-term time horizon for stuff like. Oh, and you know what I haven't talked about in a while with Tesla as a catalyst is the Biden EV tax credit. Any update appreciated in the comments, but let me know if, like, is that 2 more hours for the Starship. Let me know what's transpired with the Biden EV credit. What's come up with that? That should be sometime this month. Is that right? Or I have email notifications on for that, but I haven't heard anything from it because $7,500 for all cars, future rebates, like, it's great. So maybe that's potentially part of the slap that we're seeing. If we pull up the 15-minute graph, just a ugly day today. Ugly day today in Tesla. I mean, ugly goddamn week or two that we've been having. But, you know, it is what it is. We got to have the good with the bad. Yin and the yang in life. We made a lot of money on Tesla, which is awesome. And Tesla giveth, Tesla taketh. And long term, nothing's changed with Tesla stock as far as I know. FSD is still good. Revenues are going to be still good. Battery technology is going to be still amazing. Giga Shanghai, Giga Berlin, Giga Texas, Austin are going to be ramping up. Nothing's changed. Powell talks tomorrow. Yes, that's true, David. Thanks for alerting that. That is tomorrow. Generally, what we see with that is investors make a move one way or another, and then just some chop, really. I don't, like, what else is the poor guy going to say, right? Like, he's literally said a million times, we're going to continue to expand the balance sheet. We're committed to lower interest rates. We're not wavering, blah, 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 blah. Like, there's nothing he's going to say that's going to do anything. One thing that I do think is correlated in a really stupid way to this market, again, is GME. Once GME is under $50 again, the market will be back in action. GME, all these meme stocks are literally causing imbalance for a lot of these hedge funds. It's got to be. There's no, the amount of correlation that we have between GME and the market shit in the bed is bad. How much does Starship's launch slash success affect Tesla? Very little. Battery, hold on one sec. I followed your guys' advice. My battery died on my camera, but I bought 3 extra batteries. Marco, you'll be happy to hear that. I bought 3 extra batteries. Hopefully it pops up here any second now. There we go. Hopefully my cam pops back up here. One sec. Okay, hold on. What is happening with my camera? One second, y'all. God damn it. I'm missing the, oh shit, there's Tesla 660 again. There we go. God damn it, my camera does not want to comply with what's happening right now. Hold on. Give me a second. give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Come on. Let's go, camera. It's literally connected, but I'm not sure why it's not showing up. I mean, on the positive side, you guys don't have to see my ugly face. Let's see here. Looks like there is strength building back up in the market though. Let's take a look. US. Webcam, video capture. Yeah, I might have to. Hey, Codes, you know, I might have to restart that goddamn software. 1 sec. I don't know why it's doing this today. I've been on video calls all day. Keep the camera off to save Tesla. Yeah, I mean, let's see here. You don't allow playback? I don't, but it's going to be recorded later. Just because people leave comments that are like 5 minutes delayed and the market's not up and, you know, prices changed by then, so. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna just I'll be right back. I'm gonna have to restart the software here. 1 sec. All right. Hopefully we're back. Take a look here. All right. Can you guys hear me now? Everything coming in okay? Let me know. Let me know if I'm okay again. I'm back. Okay. Confirmed. All right. Thanks, Coach. Yeah, I had to restart. You were right. Alrighty. So 650, 657 Tesla. All right, perfect. Okay, awesome, great. I bought 3 batteries just for you guys. Came on Amazon Prime yesterday. I was like, I'm tired of my camera. I've literally not been able to make. Unfortunately, we can. Okay, great. Yeah, you have no idea how many times I've literally had to gone and like just stop making videos altogether because my batteries were dead. It was stupid. It was like $50. I was like, whatever, let's just get this over with. All right, so back at it. Tesla 655 at the moment. Again, that's our support is 660. The Nasdaqs are currently at 309. The Qs that are at 39, 310. My put positions on the Qs. So here's what I'm thinking for tomorrow. Either I collect my profit on the tech puts, and then I am net long again for the market, or I ride these puts into tomorrow. They're actually about 5% of my account, so not a small size, and I just turn into he who shall not be named on the tech market in the short term. So that's kind of where I'm flirting at right now with everything. Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate that. The dampening cloth. I'm looking to get in a standing boom mic thing. So let me see here. I got you, Marco. Don't worry. I got you. Or I could just stop being an idiot and stop hitting the mic so much, which I realize that I do that a lot. Okay, so that's the thing. I just don't know. What do you guys think? Are you guys? I have 5 minutes to decide here. Do I sell off my puts for tomorrow? My QQQ puts, with Qs being at 309, or do I buy them back? Or pardon me, do I sell them and be bullish again on the market in the short run, or do I keep them as an insurance play? This is what I'm toying with. Just trying to be candid here. Hey, Marco, for your hanging booming thing. Thank you, Marco. Appreciate that. Sell half. I could sell half. That's an option. That's an option. The market is completely irrational in a panic. Do you think why people think Tesla can go down to 500? Well, because you know, techs. I'll make a video about this later, but stocks don't move with how the company's always moving. Okay, so you guys are saying sell my puts. Sell my puts. Okay, I'm gonna sell one. I'm gonna keep the other. Thank you, Marco, again. Sell one, keep the other. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna sell my 307. Let's just sell this. All right. Second here. Come on, fill me. Fill me. They literally know when I put in something to sell, they're gonna chase me down on it. Like, I'm sure this happens to everyone watching. You put in an order to sell something.
Order filled.
There we go. I got filled. Whatever. And it literally happens to every single time. I put in an order to sell it. All of a sudden, just by magic or whatever AI that they use, the bids just get slammed. Thanks, Mike. Diamond. Okay, so I still have my QQQ. Yeah, my QQQ puts. Tesla's at 655, and I do have my Tesla March 500, which I'm wondering if I should sell. Okay, I still have half of my position on the Q puts, and I have my Tesla hedge insurance short term in case Tesla really shit hits the fan with Tesla, which I'm expecting 0 on anyways, but I'm scared he thought he made an order in IB. Okay, so I'm happy with that gain. I do have let's take a look here on the second account. I do have I have my square bull put spread, which is me selling puts. Okay, so let's look at Tesla again. We got 4 minutes. Again, if you look at this hourly graph, like, it's hard not to see strength into tomorrow. Like, at these levels, historically, whenever we've hit these levels, we've seen massive buybacks, like, you know, the one that we had last week when Tesla went all the way down to 620. The next day we went all the way up to 710. So it's tough though, because if the market collapses and techs collapse underneath it, we could be in a world of hurt in the short term. I'm not selling my leaps, so you know, my leaps are my leaps. It is what it is. By the way, I'm way too zoomed in. I'm not pretty enough for this to be zoomed in that much. Okay, I got chased on every single. Yeah, it literally happens to me every single time. Are the leaps cheap now? Yeah, leaps are definitely cheap now. Just make sure that you're, you know, buying yourself enough time, really. But yeah, do some research and try to see if you can get into some leaps. Either way, right now, up or down. How is that G's up today? Oh, Jesus Christ, this market is nuts. Basically, anything that has value in it is up, is basically what's happening. And GE doesn't even have value and it's up. So don't ask me, but like, airlines were up today. I saw that on Discord. Makes sense. People are generally thinking the economy is going to come back into reopening soon, which I guess makes sense. But I wonder how Nancy Pelosi is feeling right now. Oh, don't worry, she's probably already sold her position. She's probably buying back in right now. This is for everyone who missed Tesla. Yeah, maybe. So let's take a look here. Here's the thing. I am long Tesla so much that I don't mind having this insurance put and expecting 0 on it. But how long do I have? I have a minute left to trade. Okay, a minute left to trade. Zoom. I'm in Zoom, by the way. I got into Zoom into May, which is really the smallest amount of time that I want to give myself at this point. It's gone to Zoom. Square, you already know I'm in Square. My Qs, okay, the Qs are collapsing, not collapsing. My puts are printing, but the Qs are at 309.30. I think, watch the Qs, guys. If the Qs go, the market goes with it. The bonds are definitely printing, but man, this is an ugly sell-off on the Nasdaq 100s. What keeps pricing? I mean, it's not one thing, but it's a million things together. Let's see here. But bond yields don't help. So let's take a look higher level here. How long do we have? Oh, we have 6 seconds. I can't do anything now. All right, it is what it is. I'm holding the rest of my position. But it looks like the next kind of support line for tech stocks, if we hold this break, is really 300 is our next one. So we got a ways to go down. So that's why I'm still holding my positions on that sort of stuff. Tesla. So we closed at 653. I don't think anyone guessed 653 as a pin here on chat. Could be wrong. I don't think anyone did. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough, but just realize, like, if you've only been in the market for the last 9, 10, 12 months, let's say, since oh damn, it's been a year since COVID. In the last 12 months, you've only seen stocks go up other than last September. I mean, this is probably a rude awakening for you, but in the grand scheme of things, selling off, having a month of chop, consolidation, these are things that set us up for the longer term bull run that, for example, Tesla will have. If we look at Tesla's yearly chart, like, you can't look at this and tell me that we've had it bad. I mean, unless I get it, you bought at the top, in which case just hold if you believe in the company, like we do listening here. But we're back at levels we saw really like the week before the new year. So I mean, it is what it is. We potentially will see a lot of good strength here. What is this line? What is this long candle up here on March 1st? On March 1st, did we really hit 871? What was up with that? Does that show up on anyone else's chart for March 1st? That huge tick up? Is that just mine? Yeah, tech is dumping hard. Tech will dump hard. It is what it is. It was only 97 off. I hope we're going back up tomorrow. I hope so. Last year's major dip, Emmanuel says, went from February 18th to March 18th, so about a month. Yeah, and it looks like it's funny. It's quite eerie in terms of how similar it is. Reminds you of September. Exactly. Yeah, David. So September, I remember that September 1st, Tesla fell to like, what was it, 400 or something? If my memory, 300 maybe even. I forget what it was back then. September, $330 on September the 9th. So yeah, I remember that. Yeah, okay, so Jeremy says he sees it too. Seems like a glitch. Huh. I don't have that on my TOS, says Griffin. Interesting. It was anomaly only visible on one of the charts. That's weird. That I wonder if this shows up on my interactive brokers. That is really odd though. I mean, whatever. It's not a huge deal if it doesn't show up on your guys's, but last thing I want to talk about is I want to show everyone flow algo. Flow algo. Let's talk about what sort of prints we saw in the market today. You guys want to stick with me and take a look at that, because I know a lot of people do not want to pay for flow algo. So let's take a look here on the market. Flow algo. Let's take a look. Go and share and chat box down. All right, so let's take a look. How were the markets? Yeah, no worries. I'm happy to do that. Alrighty. Okay, so what did we see that was cool? Guys, I'll be honest, half of the stuff I don't care about. I only care about a few names. Anything massive, some Tilray stuff, some edit, some CRISPR. It looks like some gene editing stuff got swept. Overstock. Let's cut to the chase. What's Tesla doing for today? So Tesla, I shared this in our Discord earlier today, so apologies if this is repetitive if you're listening. But we did see some this week's 700 strike call sweeps. Actually quite a bit of them, about $1 million worth just for this week. Actually more than $1 million worth just for this week. For next week, we saw 700 strike calls as well. Some of them were swept, some of them were blocks. Just half an hour before close, we saw 600 put sweeps for 160K, so not huge. by far the most aggressive stuff we saw was for this morning. For options expiring 15 days from now, 780 strike calls when Tesla was at 695. We all know that these positions have not aged well in the day. So, you know, it's not like someone knows what's happening here, but it's interesting to see nonetheless. Let's see here. The candle is showing up on all platforms except Yahoo. Huh, interesting. So Flow Algo is giving us bullish sentiment here. I don't buy it, to be honest. Square is giving us nothing. Let's check out the Qs. The Qs are just hit and miss, but the most aggressive stuff we saw was actually sweeps, put sweeps in the morning, 1.8 and 2.3 million dollars. So pretty big indice sweeps on the put side. Here's what to watch out for. Half an hour before close, we saw a dark pool print, and this afternoon we saw a couple of dark pool prints at $318. Here's the thing with prints. If you see big block orders on the equity side, you don't know if it's a buy order or if it's a sell order. What this means, and the way you need to decipher whether it's a buy order or if it's a sell order, and more importantly, whether it's bullish or bearish, is you have to take the whatever spot it was placed at. So if a 410,000 equity block in the dark pools were printed at 318, and we know that the Qs finished at 309, that means it was printed higher, and so we're lower than that right now, so that's bearish. And the reason for that is when these dark pool prints come through, the reason why they didn't actually occur at 212. They didn't actually occur at 335. The way that big hedge funds get around reporting laws is they sell blocks of equities towards the market close, but they report them in Europe. And there's a weird kind of system that they use. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but basically they report them in London or in Europe somewhere. And that allows them to have pretty much a 1-day delay of actually reporting this. So that tip off doesn't actually happen until about a day after. So that's the way that we have to look at these prints. It's not illegal. It's just that the way that the reporting stuff works. So let's take a look. Griffin's saying 650 is retesting after hours. Okay, well, that's interesting. Remember, after hours, I take with less attention because, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, it's not ideal what we're seeing here. What else? Let's take a look at just general market flow here. Oh, we bounced. Okay, nice. Rider dips. Okay, so in terms of let's just pull up, not this one, I think it's the radar here. So the radar gives us in Flow Algo, not the radar, what is it called? I pay for Flow Algo, but to be honest, like I said, I don't even know half of the amazing stuff that I need to know on this. What else is historical flow? Okay, so this is what I was looking for. So we saw massive movement in BA, UAL. Tesla today looked really bullish apparently. I don't really tell that to my portfolio. SPY, GMC, and then the Qs were really bearish, obviously, today. SPY, IMW, so the Russells. So all this to say is, goddamn, who knows what's going to happen, but just realize that, take shorter term positions off the table, in my humble opinion. That's what I'm doing. Take stuff that is going to bleed Theta off the table for a while. Buy more time. Get yourself more shares in the meantime, because if you have shares, you know, fun fact, shares never expire like options do. So keep that in mind. And let me just and on top of that, you know, just wait for stimulus is kind of all we have that to right now. Tell it to my portfolio. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, Kathy Wood said her model for Tesla will be released in 2 weeks, and that she'll be raising her price target. Yeah, we're gonna have to see. Yeah, Randy, we all saw the Square news about them opening up. I think they basically became licensed to become like a bank, FDIC or whatever it is that they need to do. But yeah, it bounced about 5%. That's when I sold calls. Today when I bought them back, and then today is when I sold puts. And hopefully tomorrow we're back up on the financials at least. So it is what it is. It got filled at 651. Nice. No, Tesla isn't dead. Here's the thing. In times like right now is where money is made if you have a long-term perspective. Times like right now is where you learn the lesson or you relearn the lesson of being less leveraged, buying yourself more time in positions, and on top of this, being able to do a 180, right? If the market is all of a sudden against you and you were long bias, now you're gonna have to be short term bias, or you're gonna have to be a short term bear. If you were a short term bear and the market comes back in, stimulus is back in, great, you can be long again. It's okay to be wrong. It's not okay to stay wrong. So that's one big thing that I've been trying to harp on with my portfolio is if just because I'm long term long and I'm always gonna be, just in terms of humanity, I'm always gonna be long good companies. It's just what it is. Doesn't mean I can't be short term bearish and to at least hedge my portfolio at the very minimum, if not make money on the downside. So it is what it is. But have patience. I like squares long term. I do. Yeah, I have square leaps at the moment. So and yeah, exactly. R6 Alex says have patience. Exactly, have patience. And yeah, Tyler says interesting how positive news wasn't baked into the price action. Nothing that can come out, in my opinion, right now on an investment side, on a portfolio, on a hedge fund manager news, on FSD is going to change the fact that macro sucks. Bond yields are going to continue to rise to 3%. Kathy Wood says techs are going to get slapped disproportionately on that. It is what it is, and you know it's just going to happen. Unfortunately, we can either diamond hands through it, which I'm gonna, or we can literally just flip the script, and start buying puts at the very minimum. So that's what I've been doing with my Qs. If I haven't said that 900 times today, but it is what it is. Again, I don't need to be only making money on the long side. I don't only need to be making money on the short side. I just need to be making money. That's the benefit of being a trader. The benefit of being an investor, which you can still be an investor and a trader at the same time, by the way. Benefit of being an investor is if you have stuff that is shares not expiring, the losses that you're seeing this week, you believe in the company, in 10 years are going to be probably meaningless. So macro meaning macro to recover for any good news to affect stock. Yeah, absolutely. Press like and subscribe before leaving. I appreciate that, Tyler. Thank you, everyone. 298 people watching. Much love to 293. Great. Someone heard that and they just logged off. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Let's get to 6,000 subscribers at some point. If let's say by June, by end of the year, let's get to 10,000 subscribers. Hopefully that channel grows. If you want to catch us in Discord, join us on Discord. Patreon link is in the description. Join us there. Much love to supporting the channel. Again, it's not like I do this a passion of love. This is a channel of love. I love talking to you guys about Tesla, tech, stocks, inflation, deflation, economy, what's happening next. It's just it's a venting out for us, right? We get to come on here, share our grief, share our joy, be in a community together. That's really why I'm here. So if you want to support the journey, feel free to. Link is in the description. Much love to every single one of you guys. What city? I'm in Vancouver. Much love to everyone. Don't worry, Tesla will be back and better. Use this time to recoup. Stop refreshing. Listen, PSA. Stop refreshing your investment portfolio account after hours. Stop checking what's happening for a little bit. Spend an hour away from your portfolio. I know it's always the funniest advice coming from the person that needs it the most. But get away for a little bit. If you have long-term stuff, don't worry about it. It'll be back. Have a long-term perspective on stuff, and everything will be fine. Share the pain, share the gain. I love that motto. I might steal that. So I love you guys. Hit like, hit subscribe on the way out. Let's get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's my goal. Hopefully we get there. Much love, everyone. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to cancel this live stream really fast, but much love to everyone. 245 watching. Take care. Peace. Okay, hold on. I just saw Tesla just went up to 676. So it looks like, by the way, I'm not restarting the stream, but it looks like there was a print for 35,000 shares at 676, which is interesting. Don't know. in the same way when the other day when we went down to $512, this is probably not going to last, but if it does, I'm not complaining. But just realize that this is the problem with after hours market action. This could be a dark pool print that's just reported late. But you know, did it freeze or halt? It didn't freeze or halt. Like there's no freezing and halting after hours. But I don't see any more transactions coming through. Keep an eye on that. Follow me on Twitter. I'll if I find something out, I'll tweet it out, or just go on Discord and we'll have I'm sure people on Discord are already talking about it right now. All right, guys, not lying. This is the last time I'm gonna tune in on this live stream. All right, take care. I'll catch you in the next live stream. Peace.